Hey friends, this is a special shout out message to group fitness instructors out there. So I'm talking to people who teach all kinds of group exercise, group fitness, or group yoga, Pilates, different formats where the instructor is teaching a group of people a certain kind of fitness, format of fitness. It's a really hard job because I don't know if you know this, but we don't just walk in on the fly and just kind of go. A lot of hours are put in before we go and see you in person. And it's kind of like, from my perspective as an instructor, it's kind of like the performance anxiety kind of kicks in too a little bit. So we really want your class to always be perfect and to feel great. And we work very hard at that on so many different levels, from the music, from what we're going to do, from how we're going to cue it, from our energy that we bring, from connecting with you as the participant. So many things go into that. And so here's what I want you to do. If you are a group fitness instructor, hang out with me on this one, and I'm going to do another one tomorrow or later on this week because I have a couple of thoughts for you. If you're not a group fitness instructor, I want you to think about who your favorite group fitness instructor is, and I want you to tag him or her here, or just shoot it onto that share button and tag that person that way. However you want to do it is fine. So I am a group fitness instructor and have been since 1994. Do you remember 1994? I remember 1994 very well. And the reason I became a group fitness instructor in 1994 was because in 1993, my friend almost literally dragged me to the Florida State University Leach Center. Carrie, you have got to start exercising. You're going to feel so much better. I had never in my life exercised willingly before that point. And I stress willingly because I had to take PE just like all the other girls in high school. And I hated every minute of it. That's like a whole video series I can do for people that are teaching teenage girls in fitness. Right? Shout out to Cindy on my team. Maybe she'll get on. Cindy on my coaching team teaches fitness to teenage girls in a public school. And she's awesome. She's such a good person. And I just appreciate that so much. The energy of being a positive person around teenage girls. Thank you. I didn't have that as a teenage girl. I had, remember the coach guy with the shorts and the whistle? That's what I remember from high school. I remember him with his feet up, right? Sitting there with his feet up and barking orders at us. Real fun experience. Boy, that really makes me want to do fitness forever, right? So backwards. So crazy to think back at that now and like how much those people could have changed things for me. But they didn't. But luckily for me, I had a friend my freshman year in college who, I'm dating myself, sorry, who had started going to the gym. And I noticed a big change in her. She was so happy. She'd come home from the gym and she'd be dancing around and having a grand old time. And she's like, Carrie, you have got to go to Step with me. Do you remember Step? Okay, now, yeah, seriously, dating myself. Some places still do offer Step aerobics. Have you been to Step aerobics? It's still fun, right? So she takes me kicking and screaming to the Florida State Leach Center. I walk into that step class. The music turns on. I do a grapevine, and I'm in love. Completely. Smitten and in love with what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, I never thought that fitness could be like this. So my new mission was just to exercise because of the way that it made me feel. I was a really skinny kid, so weight loss wasn't an issue for me, but I was an extremely weak kid who would get winded on a flight of stairs, who could not carry anything, Those were serious problems that if I hadn't started exercising, if that friend hadn't dragged me to the gym, who would I be today? I don't even know. I would probably have some serious chronic illnesses. I owe so much. I need to find her. I haven't talked to her in 20 years. I need to find her. Like, remind me. I'm going to go back through Facebook and I'm going to hopefully find her and say, hey, guess what? I think you might have saved my life. So anyway, in 1994, I made the New Year's resolution, one that I kept because I wanted to do it, to go to the fitness center or exercise in some way every single day. I kept that resolution. And a couple of months into it, I noticed that I was just cardiovascularly very strong. I was able to do things I couldn't do before. I had energy throughout the day. And in the major that I was in, which was music education, I had classes from 8 in the morning till 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And having to get through all of that and still have a social life as a college student took a lot of energy. So I noticed everything was just better and my sleep was better. So I decided that I needed to be that incredible instructor in front of the room. Do you remember the first instructor that you loved? I loved Lynn. There's another person I need to look up. I loved Lynn. I had so much admiration for Lynn, bouncing around up there and having so much fun that I saw myself in that place. So early on in 1994, I went to my first group exercise workshop and became a certified instructor. And a couple of months later, there I was at the Florida State Leach Center, standing in front and leading my own step classes. At that time, I didn't have a format or a format company. So what I did at that time was I found a local DJ in Tallahassee, and at that time we used tapes, and I had him mix the specific songs that I liked at 32 beats to the phrase and at 132 beats per minute. And those were my tapes. And I would have him do a new one for me every month or so because I would get tired of the music or I'd have some new favorite songs. And I would have to pretty much create my own format, which took a lot of time. It was fun, but it took a lot of time. And I noticed as I was teaching, some days I would get to things and some days I wouldn't get to things. And the next time I try to get to things or the next time I was putting my plan together, I would change it up, and it's a lot to do. So now as an adult, fast forward to 2017, I have formats that I get to teach. And the reason that I do teach formats now is because I like how they're set up. I like that the exercise scientist in charge of putting the exercise list together has made sure that the exercises are ergonomically correct for people and that the workout is doing what it says it's going to do. So if that workout says this is a full body strength training workout and full flexibility program, that's exactly what I'm getting every single time. So I have a lot of faith and trust in that, and some formats I love, some formats I don't love. But I do teach two formats that I absolutely love, and they're both by the corporate umbrella called Beachbody Live. And here's really why I wanted to talk to you today about how formats can serve the instructor. I teach classes that have been designed by Beachbody Live. Specifically, I teach Turbo Kick, and I'm a master trainer in the PIO format, who's still my absolute favorite. Yes, I fell in love with Step First, but now here and today, ask me what my favorite format is. What format serves people more than anything else that you teach? It's PIO, okay? So very, very much in love with that program and that plan. I think it's good for everybody. So my question to other instructors is, if you teach a format that is from a large corporate company that's putting the format together for you, what are they doing for you today? What are they doing for you today? Are they giving you continual support? Are they giving you breaks on certain things? Do they list you as one of their instructors? Can people go to their website and find your classes? Are they coming out to your club to check on you, see how you're doing? Do you get emails from them asking how you're doing? And is it really a person? I think those things are kind of important. In fact, I think they're very important. I was talking to some group exercise instructors last weekend that were talking about being thrown into a classroom and, okay, you're certified in blah, blah, blah format, so go. Well, that doesn't always serve the instructor, because that instructor might have gone to a weekend workshop and they might have gotten certified in something, but there's no continual improvement and there's no next step. And how can we make this better? So that's what Beachbody Live has put a lot of thought and energy into. They, in my opinion, honestly believe in and care about group fitness instructors, and they want the best for them. So not only do we do certifications in one day, so that you're only taking a day out of your life to get certified, but continuing onward, the master trainer that has certified you will be your continuing mentor within the format. You know, lots of formats, they send you the round or the release as soon as it's done, which is great, and everybody has to pay for that, of course, because it costs money. So you're getting the format or the release. Do they give you anything else? Do you get a discount on merchandise or your clothing? At Beachbody Live, they do, and they do special promotions just for us instructors. And I think that's pretty special too. And finally, what I think is super key about being a Beachbody Live instructor is that I am the certified instructor. I get to teach that format anywhere I choose. I do not have to go to a gym that's licensed in that format. The wind is kicking all of a sudden. Ooh, goodness. I heard there were going to be gusts today. That's a gust. So, like for instance, I teach at a Pilates studio and I teach at the YMCA. Those studios are not charged a fee for having the format there. And other places do charge gyms fees just for having the name. So I was talking to a owner of a fitness center, and he perked up big time when he heard that P90X is a class. It is a live class. And it's not a static class. You're not teaching just like the DVD. It is an ongoing, continual class that continues to update itself, that continues to get better. It's an amazing format that has the name P90X on it. How much clout does P90X hold? A lot, right? Well, how much would they charge me to use the name P90X at my gym? Well, nothing. If you have a certified instructor teaching P90X at your gym, use P90X at your gym. Of course. They're not going to charge you for using the name. So I really like that feature, and it helps our managers and people who own fitness centers save money. And as the instructor, you carry the certification with you. Say, for instance, you wanted to go teach in the park or at a community center, you can. You want to go teach at a school, you can. You can teach anywhere. You don't have to teach in a licensed facility. Does that make sense? I think that's great. And I think that really helps us as people to be the individual that carries the certification, that carries a certain amount of clout with it. So thank you for listening to my first video on this topic for group instructors. I have some more material for you, but I know that I've gone on for a long time about my group exercise story. And if you own a facility or manage a facility and you're interested in getting your instructors certified in a format offered by Beachbody Live, I'm the person to go to. If I don't teach it, I will find someone that does. And I will tell you outright that I love PIO, and I would love to come out and certify your people in PIO. If PIO is not what you're looking for, doesn't fit with your fitness facility, or you're interested in PIO and something else, then let's do that. Let's set up a plan that actually sets up your facility for the kind of success in the future in 2017 that you see for your members and your instructors. So here are the formats in case you didn't know. P90X, Insanity, Turbo Kick, PIO, Size, Country Heat. Those are all the ones that are available now, and we will be releasing another format this year called Core de Force. And that one I'm very excited about because so many martial arts teachers are looking for a martial arts format that is true to form, but that they don't have to continue to invent for themselves. It saves them a lot of time if they can have a format that's already done, the music's already done, but they're the expert in how to do the movement. I think it's a great deal for people that are in that field. So ask me about it if you're curious about that. I'd be glad to tell you as much as I know as of right now, because it's not quite ready for your facility just yet. Still in production. How exciting. And also, if you are interested in being a PIO Live certified instructor, I have a couple of certifications coming up. January 29th, I will be at Devoir Fitness. That's in Schertz, Texas, which is outside of San Antonio. On February 26th, I will be at Gold's Gym North, Austin, on Research Boulevard. So those are the 2 days that I have coming up for that specific format. I am going to be adding April and May to my calendar and schedule. So if you need a certification or would like a certification at your facility, ask me about April or May, and let's get something together specifically for you. I prefer to stay within travel distance of Austin, Texas. If you're outside of my area and my reach, I can find somebody that is closer to you. No problem. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Oh, I was going to tell you where you go do that. Go to piolive.com. You'll find all the information that you need. If you're looking for all of the formats, go to beachbodylive.com. Find a class, find instructor workshops, find everything that you need, the information on how to do it, what to do, who gets to be an instructor, and why. It's all there on beachbodylive.com. Thank you so much. I believe in what I do, and I believe in you, and so glad that you hung out with me today. Love ya. See you soon.